And here we are with Noire, new instrument from Native Instruments and Galaxy Instruments, a collaboration. This is Nils Fram's custom Yamaha CFX grand piano, and I'm really enjoying it. And I had my mic turned off because just my heavy graded hammer action keys just were creating quite a thunk in the microphone. You couldn't hear the piano. So anyway, that being said, I've set myself a timer for 15 minutes because I know I'm going to get lost in here. Anyway, so the reason I'm excited, well, first, Nils Frahm, one of my favorites, and just his sensibilities with sounds like these pianos and stuff is something that I share a little bit anyway. So something that resonates with me. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. So taking a look at the interface, it's very clean and well designed, I think. So we have our color, tonal shift, dynamic, reverb, and delay knobs. These are just your quick controls, and then up here we have our in-depth controls. So over here we have all the settings that I have turned on. I can go ahead and turn those off, and we can hear what it sounds like. Just stock. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to change at this point. So once again, I'm going to mute the microphone. Okay, hopefully that didn't cause a huge boom in the sound. I think I'll just use the volume up next time. And so my first impression was that this sounds like my C3 sample in my keyboard. And so I said, wow, that's a very Yamaha sound. But you go and you add these things. So we have the mechanical noise and the pedal noise. So pedal noise, of course, is this. Of course, we have the pedal resonances turned on already. And the mechanical noise, you're just hearing my keys. Okay, so that's our mechanical noise. And then felt. The felt is this layer of carefully selected felt that they put in between the hammers and the strings. So that's a very subtle rustling sound. A very felt sound, we might say. So then I have the other settings. I like turning on the overtones, repedal, half pedal, just something I like doing. And then sub. This is, of course, we have tonal depth, which we'll play with that a little bit. So that's sounding very, very clean, very it's a rich tone. I like the sort of growl and the low notes. But then you add this sub, and it just adds a whole new character to that sound. Alright, so that's a little bit of the the piano tab. There are other things now. There are other things we can adjust, like the attack, and then you get sort of this and so we have that. Of course, I like it down here, where a piano sound really is. And let's move on to the effects tab. Now, here I have turned on the style. I have taped. I just like the way that sounds. And then I have a tape compressor on. And here we have our transient stereo image, which is currently by default it's at a width of 100. And so we have. Let me bring this back actually. So you could make it wider, and in that case it sounds like this. Now, somehow I like it more in that 100. I'm gonna put this back. I like it in that 100 width, so I'm just gonna bring it back down like so. There we go. Now, just like the Unicorda, which I believe was also made in concert with Galaxy Instruments, and definitely with Nils Frahm, because that was a custom piano he commissioned. You can turn on noise. Okay, so you can hear a slight, like a slight hiss noise. Kind of makes it a little more real in a way. And then you have the pianist. And what that does, well, let's listen to it for a bit. So what that does is add some sounds of like the piano shifting in the seat and some other things. You can adjust the volume and intensity, and that's just a really nice effect. Kind of adds a little more character to the sound. So as you can see so far, there's quite a bit of tonal shaping you can do inside of just the instrument itself without any other external effects. Now over here is the EQ section. And you can just between presence, shimmer, and air. I haven't played with that too much because I like the sound that it has. But you could continue to make adjustments and basically tweak this, and you can see me turning knobs here in the air. You can tweak almost endlessly with this, pretty much endlessly, I'd say. Okay, so effects now. Let's see. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I noticed it doesn't seem to be killing my CPU, or, well, it doesn't seem as heavy as Una Corda in a way. I don't know if that's improved programming or what. Well, from what I expected anyway, because the sample lab is the amount of space it requires, the size of the download anyway, is 14 gigs. So I was expecting it to be really rough, but it seems like, I apologize for the heavy thump that's about to happen from these keys. I'm not seeing a huge spike in the disk usage. So let's see if I... Okay, if I do that, but if I'm just playing... Sorry, gotta turn that off, it's annoying. Yeah, it's not going up to 50% even just with the playing. So I think they must have done something with the way it processes it, makes it a little lighter on the on your disc. And I'm looking at this section up here when I say that. So okay, let's move on to I'll just really touch very quickly in the minute or so that we have left on the spaces section. So your quick controls are here, but here's the detailed thing. So up to this point there's no reverb on it at all, and already has a very nice sound, but let's add some reverb. Okay, so that was the delays by Replica, and that's very much the sound of the standalone Replica delay, but it's nice that they have it built into Noire, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And ooh, timer is saying my time is up, so I will probably have to stop. But there's a whole other section, the particle engine, which I'll get into probably in a part 2. But that's been my first look at Noire, the Pure. There's a felt version. Anyway, that'll have to be saved for part 2 because I don't want to make this video too long and bore you. The internet's probably already saturated with videos on this. So hope you enjoyed my little walkthrough, and we'll see you in another video.